Hello, my name is Pete Worthington from Legal Help for Veterans, and today we're going to talk a little bit about becoming service-connected for hearing loss. This is important because hearing loss is a common problem among veterans, particularly as they age. Some of the requirements for being established, actually there's 4 basic requirements for being service-connected for hearing loss. First of all, you have to have hearing loss. And what you and I would consider to be hearing loss is different than what the VA might consider to be hearing loss. So if your hearing is within normal limits, you still do not have hearing loss for VA purposes. Doesn't mean that you can hear as well as the next person. The second thing you need is a C&P examination usually, sometimes a private examination, which documents the fact that you do have this hearing loss and how bad it actually is. A third thing that you need is actually in-service noise exposure. If you worked in an office for 3 years and were not exposed to noise, the VA probably will not concede that you had noise exposure in service. Finally, one of the most critical elements is evidence that you had hearing loss, or at least were beginning to show hearing loss at separation. So the VA is going to look at your separation exam and determine how it compares with your entry exam. And if hearing loss isn't shown, that could work against you. Some of the common reasons why a claim for service connection for hearing loss are denied. One, they check your hearing and your hearing's fine. Or not necessarily fine, but it's within normal limits, like we said. Number 2, as I mentioned earlier, no hearing loss noted at separation. Your hearing was just as good when you left service as it was when you started. Okay? And finally, this is a problem for some veterans, you have significant exposure to noise after you left service. For example, you worked in a factory for 40 years after you got out of the service. It's going to be hard for an examiner to explain why your hearing loss is due to service when you had such significant exposure after service. Finally, and this bothers a lot of veterans, is how am I compensated for hearing loss if I am service-connected? The vast majority of the veterans are service-connected at 0%. Which means they don't get any actual compensation. The VA will pay for hearing aids and other exams or tests that need to be done to check your hearing, but they will not pay you for above 0% unless you have very significant hearing loss. A significant hearing loss usually involves poor speech recognition as one of the elements of your hearing loss. I hope this helps you understand the hearing loss issue. If you have any further questions, you can contact us at our website and we'd be glad to help you out.